It should be a wild week in the N.F.L's National Football Conference. 6 of the conference's top 7 teams will be facing one another in 3 games. Few playoff clinchings are on the table, but with a glut at the top of the standings, the week will serve as a preview of what the N.F.C. playoffs may look like. Here are our picks against the spread. Last week's record against the spread, 9-7. Overall record, 96-96. Vikings at Panthers, 1 p.m., CBS. Line, Vikings by 2.5. The Vikings, 10-2, have a greater than 99% chance of making the playoffs, according to the Upshots playoff simulator, and faith in them is high. This weekend, they are road favorites against one of the league's 10 best teams. The defense has continued to punish opponents. Case Keenum has continued to lead a surprisingly efficient offense, and last season's collapse is a distant memory. Currently in the top spot in the N.F.C. playoff standings by way of a tiebreaker with Philadelphia, and on the verge of an N.F.C. North title, which they would clinch with a win or a tie. The Vikings could become the first team to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs and then play at home in the Super Bowl. Coach Mike Zimmer is not ready to make plans that far ahead. "We've got 4 games left," he told reporters. "My only thoughts are on the Carolina Panthers and trying to get a win this week. All that stuff is nice to talk about, but for us, we'll go about our business." The Panthers, 8-4, 68%, have numbers that are similar to Minnesota's, but they have been less consistent. Cam Newton is capable of having a more electric game than Keenum, but he is also more prone to errors and mixes in bad performances with great ones. Picking against the Vikings does not seem wise. They are clicking in a way that few teams are. But should Newton have one of his better days, this one can go either way. Pick, Vikings-Eagles at Rams, 4:25 p.m., Fox. Line, Rams by 2. The Eagles, 10-2, 99%, went into last weekend with a wide path cleared for them to clinch their first division title since 2013. All they needed was to beat or tie the Seahawks, or for the Cowboys to lose to or tie the Redskins. Somehow, none of that happened. Philadelphia went from the cusp of clinching a division title to being knocked out of the top spot in the N.F.C. playoff bracket, thanks to its blowout loss to Seattle and Minnesota's win over Atlanta. The Eagles and the Vikings have 10-2 records, but Minnesota holds the tiebreaker between them, so if the Eagles want that top spot in the conference and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, they need to keep winning, regardless of when they clinch the N.F.C. East. Getting back to winning could be difficult for the Eagles when they travel to Los Angeles to face the Rams, 9-3, 95%. The teams have eerily similar statistics, with both averaging 30.1 points a game. Philadelphia allows 17.9, and the Rams allow 18.5. They are close to each other in total yardage and yardage allowed, and they even have similar defensive styles, with a fantastic defensive line setting up everything by putting consistent pressure on the opposing quarterback. This game is strength against strength. Both teams are among the top all-around teams in the N.F.L.